So what's a really client component? So basically, a client component, is a component that needs to be instantiated in the browser because they rely on code that needs either the DOM API, the browser API, or at least one of the React hooks or any other functions that are specific to the clients when they take a particular action, and then you need a response or a feedback immediately when they do what they take that particular action. So these components will never run, okay, we need to be able to run on this particular service. So the reason why you would like to do what create a client component in your application is because you want to harness that particular power that the browser is giving to you, which you don't want to let it go as waste, because it has a particular power that gives feedback to clients or users when they are on your app or they are on your website. So if you want to show a very snappy and a very fluid user experience that needs to do what to use or alert the users to react or take actions, then the client components are the place to do what encapsulates that particular location. So how do we define a client component then? Well, it's actually very simple in a way when looking at that particular side of maybe the code snippets that we have over here. So if you are coming from a React, or if you are coming from previous versions of Next, a client component is actually or essentially what you already know as a developer, which you use in those particular development stack. The only difference that we have is that now we use client's directive at the top of what the component, and it shares the first line of the file. So that is what you see the use client state over there. So here we have the application already showing us 3 different tags for a user, and if I were to click on any of these particular buttons you see over here, each of these individual tags will be updated to a done status on the global tags context. Okay, and because of that message we see over here, or this message we see over here, this badge, which is the indicator that we were looking at before, is gonna be automatically updated to a done status. So if I were to click here again, you can see that the stacks was immediately flagged as a done status, and it's what we just did. So we had the need to give immediate feedback to the user through a change in our UI, that's the user interface. So whenever you try to encapsulate that particular logic into a small and a very lean maintainable component, another thing to remember also is that the client components can be nested within another component, either several components or other client components, but whatever component that is used inside a client component will immediately be bundled into the same code package. So how you WhatsApp or text someone and then you get an instant response, or you perform a particular action on an app or on a particular website and you get an immediate response, is by this client use states that we have over here, or this particular functionality that we have over here. And then that's what it is, and that's how the applications you use really gets to you. I know most of us users don't really think about what really goes behind the development fees of whatever we use, all the apps that we use. So you can be talking to someone and then be like, all he knows or she knows is that the app is there. He goes to Play Store or Google Play Store or the Apple Store, download it. When they say updates, but they don't really know what really goes behind the development stage of that particular app. So this is one feature that you need to know, that whenever you perform a particular action, this is how you do it. You get your feedbacks, and then this is the magic that we do perform from the back end and then to the front end for you to see a beautiful UI, like whatever you are seeing over here on the YouTube platform. You see the essentials, that you see how they've arranged the cart of videos, and then you have to click and then you select and all those that. That's what use client actually does, to give you the information or the results that you need.